Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to learn about trapezoids and how to figure out the area for trapezoids. So a few things about trapezoids. Number one is this: a trapezoid has one set. It's a quadrilateral, which is 4 sides, and has one set of parallel sides. Okay, so to figure out the area, we have a formula. So this is the formula. So you really need to write it every time when we solve a problem. So in this problem, it's 1/2 height times, in parentheses, B1 plus B2. B1 and B2 are your bases. So you have 2 different bases. So it really doesn't matter which one comes first. Now, to figure out that those are the bases, and let's say I had a number here, I don't know, 16 inches on the diagonal. It's not on the diagonals here. It's going to be where the right angle is. Wherever the right angle is, that tells me the height, which is 14, and then tells me it's connected to the base. So if this is a base here, this has to be the other base. It's on the opposite side. So it'll be 30 plus 10. Okay, so, well, it's B1 plus B2. So the height was 14, so it's 1/2 times 14 times 30 plus 10. Okay, so what you can do is a couple things. You could put the whole equation over 2. So you could do this. Oops, let me just erase that. Sorry. So we could do this: 14 times 30 plus 10 over 2, or just leave it like this. It doesn't matter. So what I usually do is I take half of the height, or if I add this up and it's even, I take half of that. Whichever is easier. It doesn't really matter. Or you can multiply them first and then take half. You are not allowed to do this, though. Take half of one of the bases. You have to add them first. All right, so I'll just do it like this. Half of 14 is 7 times 30 plus 10 is 40, and I get 280 inches squared. Oops, forgot the 0. So this one, you could, look, I could simplify. See? So now I have 30 plus 10, which is 40. 40 times 7 is 280. I'm going to get the same answer. All right, so what you really need to do is write down that formula every time. So it's 1/2 times the height times B1 plus B2. So I'm going to go over them with you, and we're going to go over each one. So this is, again, showing you how to do it. You can print this lesson out so you have this at home. I'm just going to go through it go past it since we already did it. All right, so I'm going to do number 7 again with you, and then you're going to have a couple to do. Okay, so the formula again is, and you should write this down: 1/2 times the height times B1 plus B2. That's the area. So we take half of the height. So the height here is, I see the right angle, so 5 has to be the height, times B1, which is 9, and then 5. So it's 9 plus 5. We're not multiplying there, we're adding. So make sure you do that, because that's one of the biggest mistakes that students make, is that they multiply those two numbers. We're adding. So you should do the parentheses first. So it's 1/2 times 5 times 9 plus 5 is 14. Now again, you could put this over 2. Doesn't matter. So you could do 5 times 14 over 2, or I leave it like this. So I'm going to take half of the even number, which is 14. So it'll be 7. So it's 5 times 7, so it's 35 inches squared. All right, so let's move on to the next one. All right, so you have, I'll tell you what, let's try 4 together, and then you guys do 5 and 6. So again, formula: 1/2 height B1 plus B2. All right, so look at it. I see a right angle. So this tells me that this is a base, that's a base, and 20 is a height. So it's 1/2 of 20 times B1, 30, plus 15 is B2. So I take half of 20, which is 10, times 30 plus 15, which is 45. And my answer for that one is 450 inches squared. Okay, so I would like you guys to try number 5 and number 6. So let me scroll up here. So 5 and 6, I'm going to give you the formula again: 1/2 height times B1 plus B2. So try those, pause it, work on them, and then hit play when you're ready. Okay, so let's go over this one. So it's 1/2. We got to figure out the height. So I see a right angle, so 6 is the height, times B1. So it really doesn't matter. I'll do 18 plus 8. So 1/2 of, I'll do 6 because that's even. So it's 3 times 18 plus 8 is 26. So 3 times 26 is 78 centimeters squared. All right, number 6, let me just scroll up. 1/2 base times height. So 1/2 height times B1 plus B2. Sorry. 1/2 times the height. Okay, so the height, remember, is not part of the trapezoid. So this is the height. 18 is your height. Times B1 plus B2. So 6 plus 12. Okay, so we have half of 18, which is 9, times 6 plus 12 is 18. So 9 times 18 is going to be 162 feet squared. All right, let's do 11 and 12. So find the area of each one. So you're going to pause, hit play. I'll give you the formula. Formula again is area equals 1/2 height times B1 plus B2. So try those and then hit play when you're ready. Okay, so this one is area equals 1/2 the height, so 39. Hold up, I need to write half. Half of 39. Oops. Of 39 times B1 is 13 plus 25. So its area equals 1/2. 39 times 13 and 25 is 38. So I'm going to take half of, I like to take half of 38 because that's even. It's a little bit easier. So area equals 39 times 19. And that's going to equal 39 times 19. I have it. That's going to equal 741. And that's feet squared. Okay, next one. So let me just erase a little bit. And this one here, the height is 13. So the area equals 1/2 the height, which is 13, times B1 plus B2. So 21 plus 10.6. I know it's a little sloppy. I'm trying to fit it in there. So area equals 1/2 13 times 21 and 31.6. I mean, 10.6 is going to be 31.6. All right, I'm going to take, let me just move this down. I'm going to rewrite it. So area equals 1/2 13 times 31.6. I'll just take half of 13. Area equals 6.5, sorry. Let's erase that. 6.5 times 31.6. So that area is going to equal 205.4 let's see, centimeters squared. Okay, boys and girls, so for the next couple, again, this is going to be kind of hard to do. It's like the parallelograms where you have to label the height, the base is for me. So I'm just going to show you how to do it. I like to take the inside angle. So for here, I'm going to take inside. That's your height then. This could be B1. This is B2. Over here, you can do it a couple ways. One way is just to draw a line going this way. Right angle. Here's the height. B1 and B2. And again, I should draw the height as dotted lines. Just too hard on here. All right, so for number 9 and 10, I'm going to show you how to do them. Again, I take the inside angle. We go straight down. It's easier if you had paper and you could turn it. So I'm going to go right there. So that's the height, B1 and B2. This one, I'm going to take it right here. It's just easy. That's the height. So if that's the height, that's B1 and then B2. Remember, height and the bases are connected at a right angle. Okay, so here's what you're going to do is we have 4 more problems. So 11 and 12, pause, then hit play. You need to give me the area, and I will give you the formula. Area equals 1/2 height times B1 plus B2. Oops. Okay, pause it, then hit play when you're ready. Okay, so for number 11, we have right here the height, so it's 1/2 the height, which is 10, times b1 plus b2. So I'm just going to go ahead and add them. 7 plus 15 is 22. Now I'm going to take half of 22 because I like 10. So 10 times 11. So that's going to be 110 and centimeters squared. Okay, so let's try number 12. Number 12, again, the height here is it's 1/2 times the height, which is 17, times b1 plus b2, which is 36. I just did it quickly. I added them. Half of 18 is going to, half of 36 is 18, so 17 times 18. 17 times 18 is 306 feet squared.